Good morning, fellow YouTubers. Here we are at the diesel generator, day 2. Today is Saturday, September 10th, 2022. We're going to do a little work on it again today, probably not all day, because we're going to be taking the Vectra out to a couple of concerts here in New Jersey. So I'm just going to do as much as I can for about an hour or two. And I want to get a picture of this Kubota. Basically, I want to get this electrical bird's nest situated. I do have to get clamps for the radiator. They did have the ones from the factory on it. I don't like those, so I'll get some regular clamps that I can screw on there. So we're going to get started. I forgot the filter, the fuel filter again today, so I won't be doing that today. So I'm going to get started. Now, I did have to confer with some older videos when I took this apart to see exactly where these lines went. So what's happening is this ground here goes with these two grounds, goes with these two grounds here, and then black wires go here and the two white wires go there. I'm gonna hook that up, and although I want to clean it off first, especially here, to make sure I get a good ground. I am a little concerned as on my tools, I found a lot of magnetic fragments, which may be all up in here, even though I've attempted to clean it the best I could with the vacuum cleaner and all. I should note the battery is disconnected from the unit. All this stuff done. This takes a T30 torque. I'm debating on whether to paint the unit prior to reinstalling it. So we will see. These two small screws take a T20, and this is a T30. So we're going to connect those now. So these are back together, grounds. So it's looking good thus far. So we continue putting it back together. I do have the electric screwdrivers and all, but I don't like to use those too much. I don't want to strip anything out while putting it back together. So this should be for the switch, which I have a new switch. This is the oil. dipstick. Let's see, the power switch is right here. Filler cap, this goes in here. That's my on-off or start switch. Like I just said, I have a new one. I'm still debating on whether to repaint the whole unit, at least the outside case. The outside casing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to record this because I need both hands to lift this section out and do some electrical work on the inside. But as soon as I'm able, I'll come back and fill you in on what I've done. Okay, loosen the cover so that I could get back to these wires that I cut earlier. The red wire, this one here, connects to, it looks like 125C, 600 volts. I'm trying to take a picture of that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off and then reconnect them. I cut them because they were very tight and I didn't want to break anything off, so I felt as though it would be easier to cut it and then splice it back together, which is what I plan on doing. Of course, I only need to look at one line because there are only two, so if I know where they go, then one connects to the 125 600, which is the red, and of course the blue will connect back to the blue. Time for an update. Okay, we have the switch in, on, off, preheat, stop. We also have the circuit breaker installed. That's done. All of these wires have been reconnected. I had to go back and look at some old video clips to make sure I had all of the lines matched up. I did have to use the twist tie, there you can barely see it, on those two lines to get them together. So that's done, and I believe that is all of the electrical hookups. The inverters done, the grounds and hots are done. Everything, I believe, is connected the way it should be. So now the only thing I have to do is to get the clamps for the cooling system, and I believe we'll be ready to try and give it a go. That might be today. I did have to order a new switch from Cummins. Because in trying to disassemble it, I tore the switch apart. It was very difficult trying to get that out of there. So I am going to try and clean out these electrical connections as well. They're kind of cruddy looking. And I will put these wires out of the way, basically so they're not laying up against this radiator and melt through. So there are spaces in here that they can be mounted to the outside. So we're almost there. And I believe that's it for today. My friends, have a great weekend. Enjoy the fall. And next time we're back on, hopefully we'll be up and running. Amen.